this video, we will construct a side-by-side bar graph. In this video, we will construct a side-by-side bar graph in order to compare the frequencies of visits to popular websites for December 2011 and December 2012. So our data set has already been entered in the form of this frequency distribution. So we can see 5 popular websites listed as our categories, and then frequencies for December of 2011 and December of 2012 are listed in the next columns. And it is worth noting these numbers are in millions, so we'll want to be sure to indicate that as well in our graphical display. So I'm going to go ahead and select our categories as well as the frequencies. And since I want to display the frequencies for both of these years, I'm going to go ahead and select both columns. And then we'll insert our bar graph. So it looks pretty good right away, but we want to make a few adjustments to it. So let's adjust the title. So I'll just get rid of this and we'll just use the same title that we had for the frequency distribution. Oops, I'm spelling distribution. We'll say frequency of visits to popular websites. And then let's also add some axis labels. So recall to do that, we'll click on our graphical display and the chart tools will come up. We'll choose design, add a chart element, and I'm going to put an axis title on the vertical axis. And we could label this frequency or number of visits. this might be where we want to indicate that these numbers are in millions. And then I think it's self-explanatory that our website categories are these 5 labels on the horizontal axis, so I don't necessarily think we need another label there. Notice we have a key, so that specifies that the blue bars were for the data set from December of 2011 and the orange ones the data set for December of 2012. So I'm going to make some adjustments to that. December of 2011, it might be a little more clear if we spelled out December 2011. And then, well, it looks like it's formatting our cell. So I'll fix that, format cells. In this video, we will go over how to construct a side-by-side bar graph in Excel. So we already have a data set entered as a frequency distribution, and we can see 5 popular websites listed as our categories. And then we have frequency values for each of these categories. One of the data sets was the frequency of visits to each of these websites in December 2011. And then right beside that, we see similar data for December 2012. So we want to make that comparison very clear on our bar graph. And it is worth noting that these numbers are in millions. So that is something else that we'll want to be sure to indicate on our graphical display. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of this data. And we will insert a bar graph. And then let's make some formatting adjustments to it. So I'm going to start by changing the chart title. And I'm just going to use the same title that was used above the frequency distribution. And next, let's add some axis titles as well. So I'm going to click on the graphical display to do that. The chart tools options will become available under the design menu. We will add a chart element, and I want to put an axis title on the vertical axis. So I'll click in there to change what it says. We could say frequency or number of visits, and this might be where we would indicate that the values are in millions. And I think as far as the horizontal axis goes, we've got our 5 category labels, which we need, but that makes it clear that these are the 5 websites for which frequency was recorded in December of 2011 and December 2012. So I don't think we need any additional labels on the horizontal axis. And we want to be sure to leave this key visible. December 2011 is represented with the blue bars, and then December 2012 were the orange bars. So that way it's very clear which data set goes with which of the bars on our graphical display. This video is just a test to see how to upload a video to YouTube and see if it will pick up my voice and translate the words correctly.